Hello and welcome back to Vegas and the table for our little pandemic time killer, and this is session 13 where we are moving right along and the rule of 10 is serving us beautifully, with the exception of a few kind of not even difficult, we'll call them elongated hands. We're just moving right along. Last time we left at $366. So I'll tell you what, before we even get to the board, can you tell me what we're supposed to do? So I'm going to start quizzing you a little. So if we had $366 without looking at the board, what are we supposed to do today? Well, we're supposed to win $36. How do we know? 366. We need 10%. You should be able to do this in your head at this point. If not, go back and look at some of the exercises again. If you can't, don't feel bad about it. And if you can do it, when you do it at the table, it's even more difficult. So think about that. Think about the distractions that are going to be going on. Think about all the people that will be talking to you. Think about how nervous you're going to be just betting money. Some people do get... This, by the way, I should explain these little lovelies. So I'm kind of a car nut. Have a couple of old cars, and recently a fuel pump went out on a very pretty 62 Cadillac. And if you've ever dropped a fuel tank out of one of those things, you know they're basically made out of stickers and thorns and anything that can eviscerate you. So my hands are properly shredded. But the fuel pump went in great. Thank you, Holly EFI Sniper. Drop-in tank replacement fuel pump. I love it. And what's the answer? Okay, so that's what happens at a casino. You try to concentrate on something. Someone starts talking to you. Your count's gone. Your number's gone. Your place is gone. How much are you supposed to make today? Now, if you said $36, you kept it in your head. That was pretty good. That was a dirty trick. BRG. It was. Well, let's look at the math. Let's keep on clicking. So last time, I should really clean this up already. I also changed the camera around a little bit. I think that's a little easier to look at. You can see more of the action going on. Man, what is going on here? Oh, another really neat thing. When I started today, I had more viewers than yesterday. What? And then, right as I was setting up, I just missed it. A couple of people subscribed and bells and whistles went off. I didn't even know this did this. I stream on Streamlabs. I didn't even know that happened. I turned it on and bam, bam, bam. So I tried to catch it. I had to shuffle and everything, so I can't just hit record and go, because I got to do the shuffle. I have to go through all the decks. It takes about half an hour. I muck every deck. It goes through Mr. Shuffler like a million times. Hello. I mean, there's a process. But anyway, thank you, Jeremy Riggles, Anthony Nash, Talia Julie, the Talia Julie, I'm sorry, I'm butchering that, Ittsville Entertainment, and Stoked Generation. By the way, this is the Stoked Generation. I can't believe that. People are watching this. Well, awesome. My pandemic time killer just paid off a little. If nothing else happens, hearing a bell go off, that someone subscribed to the thing you're doing, I don't know. That was $1 million feeling. Thank you, guys. It's been a rough couple of weeks for everybody. Any little bell that signifies any good news is always welcome. So that's all the news there is fit to report. Let's get to the session board. I need to come up with a better name for that. So this is our last session. Let's take a look at this again real quick. Last session we ended at $366, up from 333. Or no, excuse me, 336. How's your day going? And go ahead and do the math in front of me if you can, because you got to start doing this by yourself. You know, you have to start internalizing these beats. To the guys I talk on Reddit about how you do this stuff at a table, practice, 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 practice. You just have to sit there and grind and grind and grind. And when you're first learning this stuff, you always want a deck of cards in your hand. Put them out throughout your house. And that's not just me. Anyone teaching you cards at any game will say, put cards throughout the house. You constantly have to be internalizing it. Because the more it gets to be muscle memory, the easier it's going to be. What's the old saying? 10,000 hours of anything makes you an expert. It's some kind of old proverb. That's what we're talking about. Repetition. Getting into the habit of doing the right thing automatically. Knowing the answers automatically. All right, I'll stop talking. So let's do the math. Session 13, $366. What's our goal? Of course, our goal is 10%. $366, which is what? Well, you just lose that last number, right? Devil ears. 36. Okay? 36. That's what we need to make today. What's 36 divided by 2? If you said 18, you're right. You're killing it. $18. That's our bet. We got 20. Man, bites at the apples. I'm out of breath right now for some reason. Better, because you're here. What's our end goal? When are we getting out of here? What's our takeoff point? We're in at 366. We're gonna bet $18 20 times until we get 2 bets ahead of it, and we're gonna leave when we're what? $36 up. $36 on top of 366 is what? 402. So now we got a plan, Stan. We know how much we're gonna make. We know how we're gonna make it and when we're gonna leave. Let's go ahead and look at the money. So here's I told you about the gloves, right? I told you. Here's what we had from last time. Let's just go ahead and do a quick review. I do like this camera angle better. It looks a little bright over here. Looks a little... And there's some kind of thing right with... 100, 200, 300, 25, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66. Let's get some change real quick. We'll do it with the 50s. Let's get a bunch of nickels. Bunch of nifty nickels. It's hard to do anything in these gloves, by the way. They're not gloves, they're just like a mechanic's tattoo. What do they call them? Hermetic gloves? I don't know. Shouldn't pass judgment on them like that. I don't know how these gloves relate. Alright, $18. We're going to need, what, a couple more singles there. They're so bad with chips. True story. But I'm really good with money. Shove your chips. Alright. Oh, and shout out to my mom who subscribed yesterday. Thank you, Mom. Well, God love him, you know. She wants to be included. My mom likes pickleball. Your parents play pickleball? It's quite an addiction. Don't get them started. I don't recommend it. Alright, let's look at the cards. Here's our silver deciding dice of death. Toss it up. It's going to correlate to a number of dice that's on these cards, and that's the deck we will use. I'll remind you, these decks have been shuffled. And I'll also remind you that we basically play single deck Vegas rules. And even though it says dealer must draw to 16 on this table, it's just a vintage table. It's dealer has to hit the 17, has to hit the soft 17. It's like any Vegas hotel. Anyway, here we go. Dice up in the air. It's a 1. I don't know if you can see that on the other one. Of course, it's right where the text is. But it's not. It's right there. Okay. It's a 1. That would be the purple dice, or the burgundy, excuse me, the burgundy deck. I'll give it a little riffle. Then it cuts because there's no way I'm shuffling. I gotta figure out a way to show the penetration of that cut card better without flipping this over all the way. But anyway, that's just another thing you're gonna have to trust me on. I got no reason to cut the deck shallow. Sense what that makes. It is so hard to handle these cards. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. Burn card, and this is hand number 1. 19 against 10. Of course, it'd stay on that. Ooh, that's a little blown out. I'll change that before the next one. 16. There we go. And that's how many? That's 1 down. Wouldn't it be great if we won the next hand and we were done for the day? That would be great. It's a rhetorical question. It'd be great. Fake bow tie. You can sponsor me with a real bow tie if you'd like. 2 against the 10. Of course, you're going to take it. 13 against 10. Of course, you're going to hit it. And lose that one. 12. 13. That camera angle still ain't right. Man, that's blown out. Alright, I'll have that fixed before the next one. And that was hand 2. We are even. 1, 2, 8. 13 against 17. Take a card. Bust. 17. That was hand 3, and we're 1 down. Like a Joker out here. Oh, starting to get that penetration card right, I guess. 8 against 3. Of course, take 1. 14 against Nate. 15 against Nate. 16 against an 8. 19 against an 8. And a 17, all right. Yeah, how did I set that up? People that are saying, oh, he stacks the deck. Yeah. Was that one just to piss you off then? Okay, so we're dead even. We got nowhere on that hand. Nowhere at all. But you know, a lot of times, most of the times, I'm glad to get out of a deck even. Like, if we're not winning right away, getting out of a deck even is probably like the next best thing. Okay, dice in the air. And that is 5. Oh, finally, I threw that thing and can keep it on camera. And that is the gold deck. Get it out on the gold deck. Riffle. Riffle. That's how I'll do it. That way no one sees the bottom card. Because I'm not a very good dealer. I'm just shuffling and dealing the cards, guys. I don't claim to be a dealer. Okay, here we go. Bernie card. Come on, you. For the record, God, I love that button. For the record, that's only the third, maybe the fourth blackjack that's happened in all these sessions. That's crazy. You get blackjack a lot more than that for some reason. That is the first blackjack, or the third or fourth blackjack we've gotten. 9 against that. Of course, they pay that off immediately, and I get to do some math, which everyone knows is my strong suit. So what is that? 18, that's pretty Texas 9. And I would ask you to throw me back $1. You would throw me back $1. And I would put 10 out because half of 18 is 9, which is what half of that blackjack payout would be, and there is your payout. So that's just another one of those bonus feather in the cap things where you hit a blackjack. If it would have been a double, we'd be done right now. It was a blackjack, right? So it's you get 1.5 times. So we still have to keep on playing. So that was hand 1 of deck 2, and we're 1 away from being done. Let's keep on going. 10, 20, good stuff. Would have been really nice. 3, 13 against a 9, 17 against a 9, 12, 20, damn. Still 2 down. That was hand 3. Oh, 11 against an 8. You know me, we're always going to be doubling that. Good luck. Whoops. That was slick. These gloves are killing me. Come on, 14. Yes. I gotta stop getting excited like that, but I can't help it. I'm a real player, and when things go well, I get happy. I get happy. It should be another way you know I'm not BSing you. So I'm as surprised as you are. But anyway, so how do we do on that? We didn't even get it. We'll take stock in just a minute. And that was actually hand 4 of that deck. As you can see, once again, this is how I keep track. I just throw them over here. That way it's easy. I don't put them in the discard tray or in the card tray, because that way I won't know. And you might be saying, well, I'm a high opt counter. You know, I need to see that deck. No, you don't. It's a single deck. It's never gonna matter. It's always the same amount of cards. You don't have to do any guesstimation here. Anyway. By the way, what if I told you I went to an apprenticeship. I went in 2012. They had it at Cosmo. I'll never forget it, because it was the day I broke up with a fiance. And I'm not making that up. I was late to go to the apprenticeship classes that I paid so dearly for. Anyway, great bunch of guys. They do things a little differently. You know, teamwork's a different horse. I play by myself, so I have to approach it a little differently. Anyway, shout out to those guys. Let's do some inventory. See where we're at. I think we might actually be above this, but we'll find out together. It's always been hard for me to keep everything going in the chip in your head. And the chips, I've got the stack there. I can always stop and count, and there's no shame in it. There's no shame in stopping everything and seeing where you're at, especially if it's just you at the table. Alright, let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're on to something good here. Let me give you a little better view here. Alright. right, so what was our outro point? Let's go back and look at our happy little board. What was our outro point? 402, right? We should know that. 402. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, right? Got 100 right there. Let's go ahead and make that official. We are at 416. Not bad. 416. I'm getting casual. Thanks for coming tonight. We're at 416. What were we supposed to be at? 402. I gotta tell you, we are sitting pretty and things just keep coming up. Super BRG. So, we can go ahead and scratch this out. Next session, session 14, we'll be starting at 400. $16. This is 416. And this is not to be a broken record. When I talk about a lot of times you end up higher than you plan. And what do I always say? It's better to be higher than you plan. It's always better to be higher than you planned. But anyway, all joking aside, here it is, guys. We did it again, you know? 416 when we start next time, and here it is. We only wanted 402. We weren't even being greedy. We only wanted 10%. We only asked Karma for 10%. And we got more on the lines of 15, 14, 15%. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to bone out here. I'm still a little under the weather and a little depressed about the Steelers not being undefeated this year. But I might try and do another one real quick with my torn up, gushed up hands because I'm so stoked that people are watching this. Again, if you want to ask me a question, you can send your email to hello@superbrg.com and I will answer you. Of course, I'm all over Reddit on the gambling pages. And if you're ever in Las Vegas, can you hire me? No one's, everything's closed. I'm just kidding. I don't work. All right, guys. Mostly because I'm unemployable. I don't work. Because I'm legally retired. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time on Super BRG, where we have just bust $400. We just hit the ceiling. Doubled up again, everybody. We're on our way. It's starting to get really fun now. I'll see you next time. Bye.